if you wish to hide apps on the Motorola Edge 70, then unfortunately there is no dedicated option or button that would allow you to just simply hide apps. There is no hide apps option on the phone. However, what we can do instead is we can use the secure folder, which is like a private, separate space, and that is of course separated from everything that you have on this phone. It's like having a dedicated private space inside the phone that doesn't mess with everything that you have outside of it. And this includes apps. So in this case, we can go to settings. Next, we're gonna open security and privacy. Scroll down and go to more security and privacy, and then in here you should be able to find the secure folder option, and we need to set it up, so let's go ahead and do so. You can also use a Google account in order to have the access to the Play Store, which can be quite helpful with hiding apps, but I'm gonna explain that in a second. And of course we need to have a password. We need to set up the password for the secure folder. So after a couple of seconds you can set up the password over here, and of course you can use a completely different password to the secure folder than the one that you, for example, use for your phone in general. So let's confirm, and after that we should be able to get the access to our secure folder. And the secure folder can be found in the app drawer. You can easily open it over here, but you can also find some options that allow you to hide the secure folder in settings. But how we can use the secure folder to hide apps? And this is quite simple. If you press this plus in the bottom right corner in the secure folder, you can find the add apps option, and in here you can actually copy apps and move them into the, well, maybe not move them, but yeah, essentially just copy these apps and install them in the secure folder. So for example, if I choose to let's say hide Instagram and maybe Spotify and TikTok, then of course I can select these apps over here, tap on this check, and there we go, apps have been added. And because this is the private separate space, everything that I have over here is not in any way connected to anything that I have outside of it. So you can still see that I have Instagram and Spotify and so on in the app drawer. So the idea is that now, since I have them inside over here, and by the way, you can also see this information that duplicate app was found. So you have the option to uninstall it, but that's not the point. And generally speaking, I can now remove these apps from my phone from here. And if I decide to remove them, so let's say I'm gonna remove Spotify as an example, let's uninstall it. There we go. Then the app, of course, will be uninstalled. And also all the data that I had in that app also is gone. So you have to keep that in mind. But if I go to the secure folder, then the app is still there and I can still open it. So as you can see, whatever you have in the secure folder doesn't have to be outside of it. That's why we also have the Play Store icon in the upper right corner, where we can open the Play Store and we can install apps without installing them outside of it. So this is how we can hide these apps. Now the drawback is that of course these apps are not moved. As I mentioned, they are installed, so you will have to set them up again. You will have to log into your accounts, I don't know, change some settings, etc. Essentially, you will have to set them up from scratch, if that's necessary, of course. But once you do that, of course, you can just uninstall everything that you added into the secure folder in order to hide these apps. And since I removed Spotify, let's actually go to the Play Store, and if I type Spotify over here, I will actually have the option to install it. So this Play Store that I have on my phone, the general one, doesn't see that the app is actually installed in the secure folder. But of course, if I go to the Play Store, inside that secure folder, the app will be, well, it will say that the app is installed. So I hope that is clear, and this is how we can hide apps in at least this one way that doesn't require us to install third-party apps. And that's it. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe.